How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to CardboardSim. And today I want to make a quick video on my Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 settings inside the sim, as well as my Nvidia settings, and just a quick rundown of all of my add-ons to complement these settings to give myself and you the best visuals I possibly can, and that will continue to grow as time go on. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. So here in the graphics settings, you can see I'm running full screen at 4K. My anti-aliasing is Nvidia DLSS. The super resolution is quality. Frame gen is off. And as I said before, frame gen only works on the main monitor. It doesn't work on multiple monitors, so it's pointless to even use that. Unless you're running a single monitor, then of course that works for you. The AMD sharpening, I got that down to 0. My VSync is on. My Nvidia reflex low latency is on. My frame rate limit is at 100% refresh rate. I am in DX12, and my global rendering is in custom, which we're about to run through. My terrain level of detail is set to 100. I play with this back and forth, but I have found that 100 seems to be the sweet spot. I could go maybe 150, but then depending on areas, it could kind of start getting a little jittery. So 100 is kind of the sweet spot for me. My off-screen terrain precache is ultra. Terrain vector data is ultra. Buildings ultra. Trees are high. Grass and bushes are high. My object level of detail is maxed out at 200. Volumetric clouds is high. Texture resolution is ultra. Anisotropic filtering, I think that's how you say that. I'm at 16x. Texture super sampling is at 8 times 8, I guess, or 8 by 8. Texture synthesis is at ultra. Water waves high. Shadow maps 1536. Terrain shadows are at 256. Contact shadows are high. Now, these settings that I have, I picked up from a good buddy of mine, Tim. Thank you so much. He sent me this setup. I think somebody had sent it to him. Don't quote me on that. I can't quite remember. All I know is he sent it to me, and I kind of ran it down, and for the most part, I've mimicked what he's running. I think I might have tweaked a couple of things for my setup, but for the most part, this is where all this is coming from, and it seems to be working fine. So shadows does affect your performance by a long shot. So as you can see, most of the shadows are scaled back a little bit. My windshield effect is low. Now the reason why I have that down on low is because with the mod that I have as far as removing the interior, it also removed the glass as well, so the windshield effect is ineffective as of now, so I just got that on low. Ambient occlusion is on medium. My cube map reflections at 128. Remarch reflections at high. My light shafts are at high. Bloom is on. Depth of field is ultra. Let's see here. Yeah, depth of field is ultra. Motion blur is off. Lens correction is off. Lens flare is on. glass cockpit refresh rate is low. I don't have a cockpit to refresh, so that's why I have that set down. Camera settings, nothing's really changed. That's all pretty much default. Sound is default. Let's go to traffic. So aircraft type is off. Nameplates are on, which I toggle from my my yoke. I'll toggle that on and off as I see fit. My airport life, so all the airport the vehicle, aircraft, worker density, I got that set to 10. My land and sea traffic, so my boats and road vehicles, all of that is all set to 50. Down here in the multiplayer traffic, everything, let me see, I have the generic aircraft models off. Sorry about that, y'all. Use generic aircraft models off. Show multiplayer aircraft in close proximity on. Traffic variety is ultra. Over here in the data, everything is on. Data limitation is off. Bandwidth is unlimited. Rolling cache is off. Now, the reason why I have rolling cache off in the sim is because I have rolling cache in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 enhancement mod, which is what I use to project the most up-to-date Bing map photogrammetry, I guess you can say. It is a great mod to have. It's free. It's on flightsim.2. If you haven't tried it, I suggest you try it out. It will change your sim by a long shot, my opinion. So that's why that is off. Flight model, all this stuff is all basic stuff. Nothing different here. In my experimental, as you can see, I am running 4K on the left and right, so 4K on all three screens, and that is pretty much that. Now, of course, my settings might be a little different to everybody else. It just depends on how your screens are set up, yada yada yada. So now let's go over to Nvidia. And show you what I'm working with here. So over here in the Nvidia, in the global settings, image scaling is off, ambient occlusion off. That filtering is application controlled, which is in the sim. The FXAA is on, gamma correction is on, mode off. Background application max frame rate is off. The CUDA GPUs are all. System fallback policy driver default DSR factors is off. Low latency mode ultra. Max frame rate is off. Multi-frame sampled 8A is on. GDI compatibility is auto. The GPU rendering is the 4080 Super. Power management, prefer maximum performance. My shader cache size is 10 gigs. Let's see. The anisotropic sample optimization is on. Negative LOD BIOS is allowed. Quality, high performance. Trilinear optimization on. Threaded optimization on. Triple buffering on. Vertical sync, use the 3D application setting. The VR is one. VR, all this stuff is pretty much it for that. I don't do VR, so none of that really matters. Now over to program settings. So image scaling is on. Pretty much all of these are all using the global settings. Low latency mode is on. Global settings. There's really not a lot that I've changed over here too much. Let's see. Yeah, the only other thing that I've seen, vertical sync is on, and that's pretty much it. So I haven't really done too many changes. At one point, I had all of this on like a crazy system, but I've learned with what I have now, this just seems to work better. I might tinker with it a little more later down the road, but for now, if it ain't broke, don't break it type situation. You understand what I'm saying? So feel free to pause, look through this, all that I have, and try for yourself. Now this is for multi-monitor setups. I'm pretty sure that you'll even get even better frames on a single monitor with this setup, but for people who are running multi-monitors, 3 screens, test this out. If you're having a hard time really finding that happy medium, try these settings out and let me know what you think. Let me know if it actually worked out better for you and what kind of settings you tweak as far as what you see on what I have to help better your sim experience. Now, one last thing before I go, I just want to go over my my add-ons that I have. So starting with the Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 enhancement mod from flightsim.2. What this mod does, it is allows, instead of, so let me get my wording right. So Flight Sim uses Bing maps by default. What this enhancement mod does is allows you to alter the photogrammetry that Flight Sim uses. So you can use Google Maps, but they just did a major update with the latest Bing maps. And like I said, at first I was using Google Maps because it was a lot better than the default Bing maps that Flight Sim comes with or uses. But with the new Bing map update, Bing map is by far the greatest. I mean, it's just really taken the scenery to a whole nother level of reality, or realism, shall I say. So that's what I'm using. I'm also using Rex Accuseason, and I have that set to update weekly. So as the seasons change, it kind of rolls with it. And you know, that goes as far as like the tree colors and all that good stuff. I'm also using the Rex Global Airport textures. I'm a stickler for how the tarmac looks. Nothing bothers me more than to see a very basic tarmac as far as like taxiways and runways. So with this add-on, you can choose between like new asphalt, new concrete, new paintings. You can add more tire streaks, you know, from the planes touching down and turning and stuff. Or you can do like a faded, like a old worn out type vibe on the tarmac. So it just depends on what you want, but I prefer the newer look. It just seems more real to me. So that's what I use. As I said in my previous video, I'm using Orbix Trees HD, which enhances your trees. It's not all one tree across the board. There's different trees, there's different brushes, there's different things, so it really enhances the greenery and makes it look more real. I also have downloaded the Orbix Las Vegas scenery, the Orbix Dubai, and the Orbix New York sceneries. Sometimes I like to just, you know, hang out and do some city walking, I guess you can say. See the lights and stuff like that. It's not a lot about bush tripping for me here. I like to kind of dibble and dab throughout everything. another great add-on that I've downloaded from FlightSim.2 is the We Love VFR, and I've downloaded the region 1, 2, and 3. And what that does is it adds a little bit of extra to your scenery. So if you have like smokestacks, you actually see the smoke. It adds power lines now. It also adds things like antenna towers, and all the little extra things to just kind of enhance the overall visual. So I got those. I'm also running FSLTL. For those who've been following me, know that already. I like FSLTL. I like coming into airports and seeing, different airplanes parked and taxiing and taking off. I think that's cool. That just brings more enhancement. I'm a visual type guy. If you haven't figured that out, I really want to see everything for what it's really worth when it comes to simming. I mean, yes, I love the flying. Yes, I know there's the big debate on that X-plane has a better flight model. I don't know. I've never flown the X-plane, so I can't really be in that debate. But either or, I'm in it to enjoy flight sim altogether and just be immersed as much as possible. So I also have that. And as far as everything else, I use mobiflight to run all my switches, buttons, things of that nature. For my GTN 750, I'm using the TDS gtnxi 750, which is a standalone program, and they use actual Garmin. It's actually a Garmin system. I use Navigraph for my tablet for my yoke, which is a moving map. I love it. Keeps me square on where I'm at all times. I use Air Manager for my 6-pack and my engine management system. And that's just I'm using the app version for those two. I have the PropWatchSim autopilot, and I'm running the software to plug in to run that. And that's pretty much about it. I use OBS for my recording. I'm still working on things. I'm gonna be tinkering with this new camera here over the next couple of days and see if I can get it dialed in a little better. My good friend SayIntentions.AI reached out to me and gave me a gem, so I'm gonna go and test that theory out sometime today and maybe put a video up on that. So that's all I have for you. I hope you got something out of this video. If you have any questions regarding my settings or anything I got going on with the sim, please don't hesitate. Leave me a comment. I reply to everybody. If it's not at that right moment when you send it, just know I will reply. So that's all I got for you. Once again, hope you got something out of it. I'll catch you on the next one. CardboardSim signing out.